Hello guys, it's your boy Tacitrix here, and today I'm gonna explain how the multipliers and stats work and how they interact with each other and how we get final damage and what we should stack to get more damage. This is complicated stuff, but I'm gonna try to explain as simple as possible. You see here some buckets and are some type of stats from the game, right? We have crit. If you do crit, you do double damage, right? And that's a multiplier, for example. And also we have elite damage if you're in an elite zone. And we assume we're gonna play in elite zone because we play the end content, right? And we have other multipliers like dexterity. This dexterity adds our bonus damage in mage. In rogue or warrior, they are different but we just take mage in this case. And we have intelligence stat directly affects our bonus damage. Bonus damage is affected by our intelligence. Let's just say I have 6% intelligence awake in my Veilblade armor. I have same armor but no intellect in it. If I, as you can see, change this, my bonus damage goes down. If I add this, my bonus damage goes up. And this directly adds 3k of damage to our damage, as you can see. And this is a multiplier. Okay. And we have another multiplier, as you can see, crit damage and stacking damage. Like I just add elemental damage in it, damage stacking damage, or any other damage percentage wise stats. I just add those in that bucket. Yeah, there's more multipliers, like you have pets, or you have debuffs or buffs from other classes or items or procs. Like we have so complicated math stuff, but I'm just gonna keep it simple because I assume you have no idea about it, right? And I got some item infos. I type those in there, and I know their procs, their sets, how they affect, how they add like bonus, set bonus, how they affect, and I have like enhancement stats also, and I have gem rankings. I made them. I like wasted a lot of time to make these, and I can share them later because I'm doing like damage calculator for Arcane Legends. As you can see, I can choose like helmet slots, I can choose gems, I can like choose the awakes here, and I see how they affect our final damage. This is really better, and it's a really concept design. This is not 100% accurate, but you can check or see like approximate values of your awakes and their results. I'm gonna do this in future, and you can easily see what is good for you or what is not. And yeah, let's keep going on. The bucket idea with the new set of items, we have Veilblade, right? They introduced more pieces in this winter event. We have bracelets, they have like shitty proc. We have belt. Haste proc is good, to be honest. And one ring, and ring has defensive proc in it. And we have new 6 item buff, which is it adds 20% of base stat or primary stat, and health and damage and speed, and you get extra values in Twin Wheel. And To be honest, 6 item wheel blade set is not good enough. Probably we're gonna use with blood items because equipping 6 pieces is not that good. Okay, we have solar damage in them, and solar damage has like big chunk of damage if you do with the Doom weapon. I'm just not gonna speak about them in this video. I just speak about stats and their effects. Okay, there is a like usual conclusion about intellect. People trying to get as much intellect as possible, right? And at this point, it's useless as F, because we have too much intelligence percentage comes from our 3 item bonus from wheel blades, and this is so huge. This intelligence percentage makes our intellect always worse. Why? Here is why. We have multipliers and buckets idea. If you do one bucket really huge, it's not affecting directly. I'm sorry for my English. I'm trying to explain as clear as possible, but my English is not enough here. Adding more and more intellect and losing like elite damage here, because you're losing, for example, elite damage. You change your ways, you try to get intellect and lose like crit damage or elite damage. Your other multipliers gets lower, you get more and more intelligence. It's wrong. The intelligence stat just a multiplier. The best strategy here, getting them equal as possible, right? If you want to get more damage, you need equal separated buckets. Like doing one bucket like this is increasing our damage, right? But it's multiplied by this, by this, by this, by this, and your percentage or your direct effect gets lower and lower and lower and lower, right? That's why stacking one multiplier, going full focused on intellect, doesn't mean you do good damage. That's the idea of doing damage in math side. I hope explained it a little bit, and let's go in my. I'm just gonna talk about my damage profiles and equipment loadouts. This is my execute damage profile. That means I explained in my previous videos, we have like procs and doing damage phases. Like just I'm gonna show you pretty simple. I'm using blood set 6 sets for procs because the blood procs are good. I'm letting go and I get all procs, and I just swapped the Doom setup. This is my final damage setup, as you can see here, and I'm doing damage with my Doom setup. Let me show you again. I'm going here. Okay, I just go this. I got procs from lots. I swapped the Dooms, right, and yeah, smash the boss. And this is how do I damage. And the most important build is my last execute loadout or build. And as you can see, I have a lot of crit here because I want to reach 100 crits in my damage window, maximum damage window, because I have like crit damage. You have to do crit to get their effects, right? If you don't crit, your crit damage doesn't mean anything. And we have a lot of crit damage from our stats or our for example, helmet piece has 17% of crit damage, right? and this is a huge buff if you do crit all the time. And mages are lacking a crit, and we have to get 100% all the time. How do I check if I got 100% crit in my most important damage phase? I just go infest the swamp elite and see how I do damage. I proc my everything, I swap to my damage profile and type stats here and see. Okay, I fucked up. I'm just gonna do again. I choose proc. Okay, type stats here. Okay, let's see. I have, where is it? Exactly 100 crit in my damage window. I just calculated it and I want exactly 100 crit, not more, not less. I want to do crit all the time. Getting more crit percentage is doing nothing and it's worthless because you can't do more with like 120% crit. 100% is enough, and you should first aim to keep your crit 100% all the time. This is most important thing in your damage, and that's why I have crit gems here. I have like 5% crit, and I have crit damage here. I use this, but I'm gonna switch this later probably. And to be honest, I just wanna use malevolent artifact because this artifact has really good default in what should I get? Yeah, stats in it. I can use it for my execute phase build, and I'm just gonna swap my artifact with the new belt. Why? Because new belt has 10% of crit. This is good. Also, yeah, that's really good. We have 4 more percent crits here. I just don't want to lose my Bloodstar wrist. I might swap to Bloodstar wrist because we have crit damage here in our Bloodstar, and use Malevolent Sigil because I have like this sigil has really good default stats in it, and just use new Wheelblade belt to get 3 set bonus, and this will be my probably my execute execute build if I get Wheelblade belt. And next week I'm gonna get it 100%, and I'm just gonna show you guys how I do damage or how it affected me. Yeah, it can be confusing because I click the record button and try to like explain as much as possible. This might be a confusing, but yeah, that's it guys. This is my damage profiles and my idea about doing damage. The punchline of this video is getting more primer stat doesn't mean you get more damage. You need all multipliers equal as much as possible. Like filling one bucket too much doesn't mean you get more value. Yeah, you get more value, but adding one by one each of them is more effective because you multiplying them, and if you like add them like make them equal as much as possible, your outcome will be get bigger and bigger and bigger This is the math side of this damage mathematics. Yeah. Thank you so much for watching, guys. If you have any questions, I try to answer as much as possible, and see you next time.